In this video, we're going to show you how to look at your program review file and come up with some ideas that you can implement for your programs in the future. Everything that I'm going to talk about is made up. If there's any similarities to real life, this is purely coincidental. Jenny is a faculty member, and she was tasked to teach a brand new class called Statistics for the year 2019-2020 under Business and Accounting. She received a program review report, and she's looking at Business and Accounting as the overall program, and she wants to focus on overall completion thresholds. She goes and she sees that, okay, for the last year, it seems that 100% was a little lower than usual. And then all the other numbers seem to follow the same trend. It's important to know that completion threshold only uses on-campus data. So as we go more into an online community, it makes sense that there's going to be less students attending on-campus classes, more online classes. So there's going to be a smaller sample size, as you can see here with 6,757 students for on-campus. Now, she starts looking at the different programs, and her class, her statistics class, is under the administrative assistant program, and she looks at it, and well, it seems like from the 2-year difference, there was a decrease for all of the program. So she kind of wants to go more in depth, see what's going on. So she's going to go back and she's going to look at program level, and she's going to pick the program, administrative assistant program, which is where her statistics class belongs to. So I have to wait for the file to load. Once the file loaded, she goes back to completion thresholds, and now she's going to go completion thresholds by course because she wants to see her class. And then she sees that, well, her class is brand new, so no numbers before 2019. However, her numbers are very low for completion thresholds. And if she looks at it, not only for 100%, but most of her students attended less than 25% of the class. So now she's starting to get worried because this is a very big number and there's probably something going on. So now she's going to look at awards. She's going to go to the right and see in awards, overall, there were 328 awards. So it's looking good. And then when she goes to the statistics class that she teaches, it turns out that she only gave 3 awards for that class. Compared to the other classes, it's a very, very small number. So something is definitely going on. So Jenny starts thinking, and she realizes that most of the students just went for the beginning of the class in general, and she realizes that her statistics class covers a lot of programming concepts, but she's not even teaching the programming concepts. She's teaching the statistics using programming and not really teaching students how to program, which right now in statistics, she realizes that she wants them to use the coding because that's the strongest tool out there for statistics. And if she changes her methodology, students would be missing out. However, she's understanding that students are really not prepared for going to a statistics class without any coding experience. So her key takeaways is she realizes few students are completing and succeeding in her course. So she came to the conclusion that this is because of the heavy emphasis she has on programming using tools like R, MATLAB, Python. So students in business and accounting, it seems, don't have the programming knowledge. And since she's new teaching, she didn't realize that she had to be more careful when teaching students statistics with programming. So then she starts to think, well, what could she do? So she comes up with two main things that she can do. The first one, and the most obvious one, is take some of the time at the beginning of the class to teach basic programming things. Of course, this is challenging because that means she has to take a chunk of her time from teaching statistic concepts to teach programming. So she's denying the students the whole statistic syllabus that she had in mind. So that's basically not ideal, and she knows that teaching programming, it's not as easy if you haven't been exposed to it. However, she does want students to be able to use statistics in the programming way because that's the best way to do it, and she really wants them to prepare them for the future. So even though this is not ideal, she'll probably have it as a plan B, and she realizes probably the best way to do this is to have a coding class as a prerequisite before taking that class. So she's gonna go and she's gonna say, okay, so what I'm gonna do is talk to my dean and see if we can find a way for students that want to take this class before that to take a coding class. If that doesn't work, then I'll have to figure out a way to focus my methodology on more basics and programming concepts while doing the statistics, and also take some time and add some extra materials for anyone who is having a hard time with programming.